I know that from my past experience with Angas Securities, that compliance is a very important issue within the company. Just explain what it means to you.
Well, compliance goes through everything that we do at Angas Securities, and that's always been the case. In relation to the Angas Prime Income Fund, we have a compliance committee which has a majority of independent members with backgrounds in areas such as law and finance to ensure that not only do we do what we say we're going to do, but we meet all of the regulatory and legal requirements.
What about internally? How involved in the day-to-day management of this fund are your executive directors and the management team?
Paul, I believe that this is an important area of difference which stands Angas apart from other investment offerings. The executive directors, including myself, are involved in the Angas Prime Income Fund across all elements of its operation, whether that be finance, compliance, or the all-important lending and investment decisions.
So let's talk a bit about Angas Securities itself. How long has the company been going?
This is our 15th year of operation, Paul, which means that we've seen some of the more benign or favourable trading periods, as well as some of the tougher periods associated with the GFC. I myself have been in my present position with Angas since 2003.
You sailed through the global financial crisis unscathed. What's the basis of the company's business model?
Angas Securities is a specialist financier. There's a demand for short-term borrowing for which borrowers are prepared to pay a premium over and above what a customer would pay on a medium to long-term loan from a bank. And as a result of specialising in that area of the market, Angas is able to generate returns which are reflected in those that we pay to our investors.
So what kind of experience and qualifications do your team have?
The Angas Securities team are drawn largely from a banking background, and there's experience not only in banking but across accounting, finance and law.
Angas has previously been rated by Standard & Poor's. What's changed there?
Well, Angas got rated by Standard & Poor's initially at the behest of ASIC. It wasn't a compulsory requirement, but it was something which ASIC encouraged coming out of the GFC. And then a further change of ASIC policy was that Standard & Poor's needed an Australian financial services licence, which, being an international company, it declined to obtain. And as a consequence of that, retail investors can't have access to the reports. We're still rated by Standard & Poor's, and professional advisors and so on can and do access the Standard & Poor's rating.
So tell us about the Atchison Consultants rating report.
Well, Atchison are local Melbourne-based investment analysts. In 2009, when the ASIC changes came into effect, Angas obtained a ratings report from Atchison. And now, 5 years later, we thought it was time to go back to Atchison and let them run the ruler over Angas. They've done that, and the report's available on our website.